Are you thinking about buying or selling a home in the Los Angeles area in the next 6 months? Well, this video is for you. The specific city you choose could literally save you or cost you tens of thousands of dollars. Los Angeles isn't just one small city, it's a huge place, and the market isn't just one single market. It's made up of a dozen micro markets, each within its own unique boundaries. And today we're going to do a deep dive into the June 2025 numbers for 6 key communities, some of them in the northern LA area and the others in the San Fernando Valley. So Glendale, Burbank, La Crescenta, Sunland-Tujunga, Van Nuys, and Northridge. So based on the data, I'm going to crown 2 winners at the end of this video. The number 1 city is for the sellers, where sellers can get the highest amount of net profits possible. And the second city is for the buyers, where buyers can get the best bang for their buck. And the result might surprise you if you haven't seen my videos, but if you've seen the videos, it's more or less the same trend. All right, now let's jump right into the numbers for single-family homes for June of 2025. For each city, we'll look at 5 indicators to see what's really going on. And if you can't understand what each one of these indicators mean and you're confused, either do a Google search or watch my video right here and I explain it over there. Most of them are pretty self-explanatory. Well, first up, let's go to the media capital of the world, Burbank. In Burbank, the median sold price for a single-family home was $1,350,000. Now here is a key number for sellers. The sold to list price ratio was 102.85%. That tells us that on average, homes are not only selling for the asking price, but are actually getting bid up nearly 3% over asking. And things are moving fast. The median time a home spent on the market was just 13 days. From an inventory standpoint, we're looking at 2.6 months of supply. For context, anything under 4 months is considered a seller's market, anything between 4 and 6 is a balanced market, and anything over 6 months is a buyer's market. 2.6 months is definitely a seller's market. And finally, over the last 12 months, property values in Burbank have seen a healthy increase of 3.5%. So the story in Burbank is clear. It's a fast-paced, competitive seller's market. Buyers really need to be ready to pull the trigger and submit the offer quickly. They need to have their pre-approval, they need to have their ducks in a row, and everything needs to be right. And if sellers price their properties correctly, then they'll be able to get top dollar for their property. Okay, now let's head just next door to Glendale, the Jewel City. In Glendale, the median sold price is a bit higher, coming in at $1,412,000. The sold to list price ratio is 101.17%. Again, this shows that buyers are competing and paying a premium over the list price. Homes in Glendale are on the market for a median of 14 days, which is nearly identical to the rapid pace we see in Burbank. The months of supply is 2.5 months. This is very low inventory, which keeps the pressure on buyers and gives sellers the advantage. Again, just like Burbank, this is very, very low inventory. And looking at the bigger picture, Glendale has seen strong appreciation, with home values rising 4.3% over the past year. Now, for anyone in Glendale, the market feels very similar to Burbank. Strong demand, limited supply, and rising values. It's a fantastic climate for sellers, but for buyers, they're scrambling to be able to get their hands on a property. Now let's move up to La Crescenta. It's called the balcony of LA. I'll never run out of names for cities. All right, La Crescenta continues to be a highly desirable area. The median sold price here was $1,465,000. Now the sold to list price ratio is a very strong 102.2%. This indicates a significant buyer competition, huge demand out here, often driven by the area's excellent schools and quality of life. But homes are taking a little longer to sell here. The median days on market is 21 days. This doesn't signal a weak market, but it does suggest buyers have a moment longer to consider their option. Now, inventory is 2.64 months of supply. Still very much a seller's market. Over the last 12 months, La Crescenta home values have increased by 2.1%. Now, the takeaway here is that La Crescenta is a premium market. While the pace is slightly less frantic than Burbank and Glendale, prices are pretty strong, and the sold to list ratio shows that serious buyers are ready to compete for the right home in this area. Now let's continue along the foothills to Sunland-Tujunga, or the Horse Cities and the Peacock City. In Sunland-Tujunga, the median sold price was $949,000. That's a very retail number. It's like, this house goes for $949,000. Now, this area saw the highest sold to list price ratio at an impressive 103.45%. This is a powerful indicator of high demand. The median days on market is 17 days. Now, here is a key difference. Inventory is at 3 months of supply. This is edging closer to that balanced market of between 4 and 6 that I talked about earlier. And here is the most interesting stat. Over the past 12 months, the median estimated property value has decreased by 4.7%. So Sunland-Tujunga presents a fascinating picture. While sellers are getting fantastic prices right now, the longer-term trend has seen a slight cooling. All right, now let's shift over to the heart of San Fernando Valley, Northridge. In Northridge, the median sold price for a single-family home was $1.195 million. The sold-to-list price ratio is 99.54%. This suggests that while the market is stable, there is a bit more balance and negotiation happening. The median days on market is 27 days. Inventory is at 2.48 months, so it does remain a seller's market. Well, over the last year, Northridge property values have seen an increase of 0.9%. That indicates stability. That indicates that the market is still going on. Now, Northridge is a story of stability. It's a more traditional market where good homes are still in demand, but the frenzy has calmed. The sugar high of COVID years has calmed. It gives buyers a little more room to breathe and make a decision. Now, last but not least, let's look at Van Nuys. The median sold price in Van Nuys was $895,000, making it the most affordable market on our list. The sold to list ratio was 98.6%. This basically reinforces that buyers have more negotiating power here. Now, the median days on market was 28 days, a very similar pace to Northridge. And for the headline number, Van Nuys has 4.3 months of inventory. This is the highest on our list and officially pushes it into a balanced market. 4 to 6 months, it's balanced market. And over the past 12 months, property values showed a slight dip of 1%. So the story in Van Nuys is one of opportunity for buyers. More inventory, less competition, and more room for negotiation. Now, we've covered a lot of ground here, and it's time to see who wins our contest. Which city is best for sellers and which city is best for buyers? For sellers, looking for the highest price, best net profits, the crown goes to La Crescenta. And that's with the highest median sold price of $1.465 million and a very strong sold to list ratio. And for our buyers looking for more selection and a better negotiating power, the clear winner is Van Nuys. With 4.3 months of inventory, it is the most balanced market on the list, going from north of LA to San Fernando Valley. Now, the big takeaway is this: real estate is local. The right strategy for you depends entirely on your goals and your finances and your neighborhood. Now, if you're trying to navigate this market and want a personalized plan, my contact information is down in the description. Feel free to shoot me a text or email and I'll be more than happy to help. I'm curious, what trends are you seeing? Ask me any questions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss next month's update or any of these videos. These are all free real estate advice. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.